right, well, I'm running low on parts and tools. I don't have everything I need, but I have some parts I can put together, and I'm super excited. I don't know if you can tell. So, here we go. This guy here is coming up today. I'm gonna thumb him together. I got this big bore cylinder. I ordered it from Amazon. It came from some vendor in Jersey. And I'm gonna put this on here. So it has a bigger bore. Should turn this into, I think, a 114cc motor. And we want to line it up on these, I don't know what you'd call them, dowels maybe? Kind of like alignment pins to keep everything in line. All right. There we go, step one. Look at this, I'm breezing right through this, guys. It's like I'm an expert, isn't it? So I have this piston. It needs some rings put on. Once those rings are put on, it's going to need the wrist pin installated. So, I don't know how to do this. I've never done it, so I'm going to use this original one as an example. So if you want to see the big bore I'm talking about, look at that. Oh my God, it's huge. Yes. So this is 54 millimeters. This is 52.4. So this is 1.6 millimeters bigger. Yes. And it came with the cylinder. So I'm going to assume that these go in here in the order that they are. And hope that I'm right. Oh, geez. I'm probably going to mess these all up. I don't even know. Now, this guy looks like he goes in between that one and the next one. Let me see how these ones are on, honestly, because I don't know. Let's get that guy out of there. Okay, so on that one, I just did this upside down compared to the original. Because you see how it has these little raised bits? On the original, those point up. So, I see. Yep, they're actually on the top and the bottom. So that being said, I'm assuming that ring needs to go in first. So these two rings can pop over it. Carefully, might I add, as carefully as I can careful. Which with my fat fingers is not that careful. Alright, there we go. So let's get him in there. Okay, he's sitting. Now let's get this guy in there. Let's spin it a bit. So that way all my rings are about a third of the way around each other. And using that theory, that means this one, I want its center to be over here. Just makes sense in my head that I wouldn't want them all to open and close in the same spot, because then maybe if they're rings, something might blow by them, because you'd have the gap the same lined up through all your rings. And I'm pretty sure, might not know a lot about motors, but I'm pretty sure that the rings are there to keep stuff from blowing by. So, alright, so they're staggered all a third of the way around. That means this guy here will go in the middle. Like so. And then this guy, let's put way on the other side. Like so. If you know the way the head sits on this thing, and it sits with the exhaust facing down. Therefore, I want in facing up by where your carb would be. All right, there's one. Oh yeah, she's tight. All right, so now that's in there. Let's get the second E clip in there. Hopefully. Oh yeah, you just got to get the right motion. There we go, and that's in there. All right, so let's put our rods in here. I guess I probably should have put the rods in before those. I don't believe I have any M6 nuts, which is one of the things I was waiting for. Oh, I might be able to figure a thing. Oh, they're not all the same. Okay, so my longer ones obviously must go on this side. Balls. And my short ones would go here. So I gotta get this one off of here. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't pay this much attention taking it off of here. Makes sense though, because these ones go deeper. So yep, see? Long ones go here. Short ones go here. Just lightly till it seats for now. All right. Let's run this guy in. Boop. Boom. Yes, now we're getting somewhere. All right, so whew. Let's try this rubber mallet. It's very soft. All right, so now it's seated. Now, let's get this little feller in there. So that guy is just a guide. Well, today I got some more parts. First things first, whoop, feeler gauge. So obviously I'm going to run this again, spin it over in the motor once it's there, but here I should be able to determine top dead center. So if you don't know, top dead center on this head, from everything I saw, shows that dot should line up with that gauge. So if you look, 3 holes, this one should be down here. Some have letters here. This one has letters there and the dot up here. So that's what I'm going to go with. The other thing you should know is that at top dead center, both valves should be completely closed. And if you look at your cam, it's in the completely closed spot at this point. So there we go. Now there is some confusion because some things I read said top dead center to where they're both fully open. Now, I might not be that smart of a guy, but that doesn't sound right to me. Because if they're both fully open, I don't think that can be top dead center. I could be wrong here, but I would think top dead center, your piston's at its high point. They should both be closed at that point because it's about to run back down on the firing stroke. Maybe I'm wrong. So I'm going to do some more research into that too. And if there's changes, I will do that later. If there is no changes, you won't see crap because this is what I'm running with. So let's see. First things first, let's get this loose. So I need the proper socket, which appears to be a 6. It sure is. All right, so now we'll get that loose. And now what I want to do is I want to take my feeler gauge and I want to get it between the tappet and the top of that valve. And I can get it in there with ample room. So let's snug that down. Right there. It's nice and it's on there. So let's tighten this as well. I can, just barely get it in there, but I can't get it completely through. So I'm going to go with, I'm 3 to 4. Let's get these covers put on here. Keep it clean till I get my stuff in. So there's that. Now, the other parts, nothing crazy. But I got my wire harness that has all the junk with it. So this looks like it's got to be the stator, which is what I am looking for. Look at that. Holy crap, this one's bubbling and burning. It looks like it's not even regular magnet wire. It's got some kind of fabric stuff over it. Unless that's kind of what it looks like. So, and it's wire, like a regular wire that's wrapped around it. This one's wire, but this is magnet wire. So this looks like it should be. And see, it's not burned up either, so that's a good thing. So this goes under my paper gasket. And there's something else the other one also had this, which keeps those wires, I'm thinking, out of the moving range. So this new harness did not appear to come with that, and that's okay by me. I don't know that I wouldn't think I would need it anyway, but I don't want this dirty nasty thing going back in there, right? And cleaning everything up. Let's clean it up. So I don't want to scratch my paint, and that's why I'm moving this to my lap and doing it on my lap. Keep my paint nice. Let's make sure those wires stay behind this part here. There we go. Stator installed. More parts. So I got my gaskets in. I got some M6 nuts that as long as I got the right stuff, should go on there so I can torque them down. Torque wrench. All right, now that we got those ones torqued, let's find our O-rings for this. More glue-fitting stuff. That one goes around this here washer, and that goes in there. Boop. We'll try this, see what happens. All right, now head goes on. All right, let's make sure we got our timing set. All right, so we want that T centered in there. That's centered. So now we want this pointing straight that way. Now let's take our timing chain. Get it through. Let's go about this a little bit different. Okay, so let's make sure that's pointed where I want it to go. Hold this straight. And we want this in this length right here, roughly. All right. Now, slide our head on. Let's give it a tappy tappy. All right, that one's kind of lined up. Let's do that. All right, it's not completely tightened, but we can see where we're at. My timing here moved. Ah, fuck. Where's my T? All right, there's my T for top. There's my dot with my line. That's where I want it. So I don't want to crank these ones until I crank these, just to make sure if anything's not straight, it doesn't matter. It's not gonna mess up anything. Let's go back to my original kit that I had, so we can use the same gaskets throughout. And that's gonna be this guy. He goes on there next. Oh, if it fits. All right, so now we got that in place. Now we want to make sure this is lined up appropriately. It's easy to tell because you have two different shapes on the ends, so it lines up with that original structure underneath. Perfect. So now let's put our nuts on here. Now, I'm no expert, but I noticed it has one copper one. I'm assuming that's going to be this one to seal, because I believe that appears... No, wait, sorry, not this one. I think it's this one here, because it's got that oil thing in there, so I'm assuming this is like the oil passage, maybe. So we'll put it there, because maybe it'll seal up real good, whereas these others are steel. I think they won't seal as much, as well as a soft, that looks like a copper or maybe a brass. So now these, I believe, is according to, again, the internets that I have found, I believe is going to be 12 pneumomals. So let's do that. Again, now I'm just going to kind of snug them all up opposite and evenly until I get the clicks. Just to make sure everything's seating as I go and staying straight and square. There we go, there's a clicky poo. There's a clicky poo. There's a clicky poo. And there's a clicky poo. Let's just go around one more time, make sure none got loose as we went. There we go. Oh, I need to reset this for 10. So you loosen that, and then you find your pneumomom scale. That's so fun to say how it's not supposed to be said, isn't it? So right there we're at 10.7. So I don't know, 10 there maybe? Close enough for my liking. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hold this from spinning. I think I'm on it the right way. And then we're going to, oh, nope, I want to hold it this way from spinning. All right, so let's do that. Pop. Goes the weasel. Oh wait, these ones should be 9. I'm over torquing them. Oh well, that's what I say. Timing's good, that's good. Let's get some covers on here. So, I need another gasket. So let's take the that shaped one. Pretty sure that's this guy here. What do you know? It sure is. And we'll put him there. So, first thing I wish to do is put these 2 little small ones in and through. Now, I've seen people saying to put sealer and stuff on there. From everything I've read, when you have dry gaskets, you want to put them on dry. The sealer is for like if you have leaks or bad gaskets, is what I've read. So that's what I'm going with, and we'll find out, won't we? All right, let's tighten these ones. All right. That's still at your 10 pneumomals. Now I need a gasket that matches this one. That one's easy to find, isn't it? Look at that, we got Mr. Red here. And he goes on here. Now, what he holds him in place is this bolt that goes all the way through. There we go. So now let's torque him as well. Oh, he's a bigger one. Hey. Hey, hey, Mr. Big Boat. Yep, you're this guy, aren't you? Oh, yeah, he sure is. I'll probably end up having to loosen them up after they settle in, because even after those few runs, it did tighten up a little bit. This is very stiff to get in there. Now, that nut is supposed to be a 7. Ooh. A 7 pneumomanoms. So let's get our 7 pneumomanomer. We don't want those guys loosening up. So let's back this guy down. There's 9. There's 7.3. Let's go to like there, I guess. I just had to do a little tiny bit. My hand tightening was pretty spot on for those suckers. So I want to be careful. So these ones are going to be the 10. So let's get ourselves back up to the 10 pneumomanoms. 10.7. Let's say that one's 10. Right, close enough for my liking. Again. Boom. So yeah, we're at a standstill for now. That's pretty sweet, huh? Yeah. Wait for more parts.